Hey, welcome to another episode of Five.
Five. Yeah.
It's so hard to say five without saying the five. I'm not sure why it is.
Yeah, some people love that word "the."
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I think because it's like, hey, this is something special, like the five instead of
the
just
five. Yeah, just instead of just five. Yeah,
but this is five.
that's right. It's five.
Yeah, so we're doing today. Oh, first, Mike, explain to our listeners what this podcast is all about.
Yeah, so every week we bring five of something to talk about. Could be five favorite restaurants. Could be the five worst meals you've ever had. Could be what else? Your five favorite people.
Five favorite
Celebrities.
Five favorite astronaut launches. Five favorite satellites. Five favorite planets.
I'm looking forward. Oh, yeah, the planets could be good. I'm looking forward to that.
It's only 9 of them, so it's like
right.
Well, technically,
you got to pick five though.
Yeah,
got to pick five.
So
today. It's five best pop stars.
So is it best or is it favorite?
I think it's the best. I think this is objective fact.
Okay,
but this is my opinion on the objective fact of five best pop stars.
Okay, that's fine.
There's at least one on the list that's not a favorite of mine.
Really?
But they deserve to be on the five best pop stars list.
All right. Okay. All right. I've got mine ready.
All right, and we're starting at the bottom and we're working our way to the top.
Wait.
We're starting in the bottom place, fifth place.
Okay. We're starting. Okay. I got my. Okay.
So the least best of the five best pop stars.
Okay.
Who's your number five?
My number five is Britney Spears.
Oh, okay.
Britney Spears. She is currently 42 years old. She has made a tremendous amount of money with her albums. Everybody knows her from "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time." She also was one of those. See, Britney Spears was one of those Disney kids.
Right? I didn't even think about her for my list.
Oh well, come on, man! Like she's one of those Disney kids, right? So she was.
She is right. Yeah.
So then they groomed her to be a pop star, which is like in a lab. She got breast implants at some point, and then that was it.
I remember I was in a music store. Don't remember the name of it, but a place where you go and they have a bunch of CDs and you're flipping through them. Mm-hmm. And they had like her, I guess it was her first album on display. And I was just I was a college kid at the time, I think. And I was surprised at how sexualized this young girl was on the album cover, first album cover.
Super sexualized, dude. And like, the thing is, it's like, at first she was like, oh, she's cute. And then she's like, oh, this is, okay, now you're supposed to want to have sex with her, And like, it's such a weird thing, like, when like they do this to these little girls on TV, like all of a sudden, like, oh, she's like old enough to want to have sex. But like, she had these hits
she does have a few good songs.
like like I think the albums
Hit Me, Baby, One More Time.
Oops, I Did Again. And I think, but the thing is, if you look at her albums,
I don't think any of her songs really like stand the test of time though.
No. Well, okay. Toxic deserves the test of time. Toxic is really good.
Okay.
But
I'll give you that one.
The first two albums, Hit Me Baby One More Time and Oops, I Did Again, those two albums, I feel like those have the biggest hits. And I guess Britney has that, what's that song? When she's like, she's like all old up and dirty. What is it? I forget.
I do not.
Slave for You. And she, at the
MTV
Music Awards, she danced with. But the thing is, like, pop stars are not what they used to be, because we used to have.
That's true.
We used to have MTV, and MTV
everything used to be so consolidated.
Yes,
like the pop stars of the 80s and 90s were mega stars. Everybody knew who they were.
Because it was so hard. It was so hard to do it, because like it was hard. It was hard to get on TV.
There were fewer options. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I remember, like I was like 19, and I saw the Oops, I Hit Me Baby One More Time. I saw it. I was waking up and I just turned on MTV to watch TV, and I saw it. I was like, this person's going to be a hit. Like, this girl's going to do big things. Like I instantaneously knew that. And like now with YouTube, TikTok, and everything else, like it's so hard to how many people are trying to become famous right now off of social media, and it's like barely moving any needles. You know what I'm saying? So like you have to really do something insane, like say you believe in Nazis or something to get some kind of attention. That's true. That's why we have so many extreme things going on, because you have to be really extreme.
Yeah, you got to be really. You got to grab people's attention. Yeah, you got to cut through the noise.
And you can't be extreme in a positive way because nobody cares. You have to be extreme in a negative way, and then everybody's like, oh, you know. And so like we're getting to the point where
being extremely positive kind of gets on your nerves.
Yeah, and well, I was about to say that we're going to get to the point where people are going to kill animals on YouTube, but people are already doing that on social media. People like this social media where like people in like Stiletto Hills step on puppies or something like that. Maybe I made that up.
I don't know about that, but you know what? Turns out having a gatekeeper was a good thing.
It was. Yeah. We didn't know how good we had it.
We did. Yeah. We didn't know.
But see, this is the thing. This is MTV's fault. We're going on a tangent, but that's fine. This is MTV.
The Prime drink would not exist if gatekeepers were still in place.
That's true. But like MTV, they made a conscious decision to stop playing so many music videos and do more reality TV, and they never course corrected. They still do the same. They don't show videos now. You know, like I can't remember a thing that was so iconic and so powerful for our generation.
MTV,
and then it just stopped. It was like,
they kept the name. Yeah, you know, they're not even music TV anymore.
But they stopped doing what they're doing. Like it's like, if MTV wanted to become relevant, all they have to do is start playing videos again, like all day long music videos, and the people be like, "This is awesome." I don't understand it. It's so weird. Anyway, Britney Spears, number 5. You go. Your turn.
Britney Spears not on my list. Didn't even think of her.
That's crazy because she's one of the most popular pop stars in history.
On my list in 5th place. Not one of my favorites, but when you're talking about the 5 best pop stars, you got to include this person on the list. It's Whitney Houston.
Okay.
Yeah, not one of my favorites, but like she's up there. She's like one of the best.
What? Okay, what are you?
I checked out. I checked out Apple Music to like see what her top 4 songs are.
Where are they?
They're all bangers. I don't know the names of them, but they're all really good.
Wait, you don't? You can read the names.
She's got like 13 number 1 singles.
You can read the names of the songs.
All right, hang on a second. Let me go here. Let me fire up Apple Music and see Whitney Houston. And you're gonna know them.
Well, the Bodyguard song is the.
I don't even like any of those. I hate all of those. Yeah.
And
all right, I want to dance with somebody.
Yeah. I want.
Yeah, you know that. Higher Love.
Yeah, that's good. She did that.
Awesome. Higher Love was like a freaking anthem of my childhood. You know.
That was the anthem of your childhood.
It was one of them. You know, it was like always there in the background. Is what I'm saying. It was always there in the background. Anthem, wrong word, but it was always there. Okay. You know, it was an ever-present song.
It was part of the social zeitgeist. Yeah.
Yes. It's not right, but it's okay. It's a good song.
Was that a song?
Yeah, it's a good song. When you play it after we're done recording, you're gonna remember it. You'll remember it. Saving All My Love for You. That's her 4th top song. Yeah.
What's the 5th?
I don't know this one. I Have Nothing.
I don't know. But the Bodyguard song should be on there. And
that's like her 9th most popular song on Apple Music. Do you know who wrote that song? I Will Always Love You?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Dolly Parton.
Makes sense.
Yeah, she wrote a bunch of hits.
Yeah, she did. She's a prolific songwriter.
Really prolific. Yeah. We're already 9 minutes into this.
Yeah, you spent a lot of time talking about Britney Spears. I don't know why.
All right. I'm going to keep moving because I want a good solid time for this one.
Your number 4 is?
My number 4 is Madonna.
Okay, solid choice.
Yeah,
she also has 13 number 1 singles.
Madonna. And the thing is about Madonna, she had the same problems as Britney Spears. Her first couple of albums were mega hits, and then all of a sudden she kind of fell off. Like 1983 was Madonna, 1984 Like a Virgin, 1986 True Blue, 1989 Like a Prayer, 1992 Erotica, and 1994 Bedtime Stories. And I will say
the Immaculate Collection though was great.
Yeah, I will say this right now. If you have not bought and listened to Bedtime Stories, the 1994 album Bedtime Stories, you should. It's actually a really good album. It's a really good album. It's probably her best album. But after
I don't even know the names of any of her albums.
Yeah, but after that, the rest of the albums are terrible.
Bedtime Stories. But
like a Virgin, True Blue, like a prayer, I Take You There. That song's amazing. If you listen to Like a Prayer, you have a spiritual awakening. That song's amazing. But then
Apple Music says she has 3 essential albums, and none of them are the one that you talked about.
I don't care what Apple says. I have Apple Music.
What did you say it was? Oh, Bedtime Stories. Okay, that's a cool cover.
It's a great album. But anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, like then
Ray of Light. Yeah, that's a good album.
No, it's not. It's not a good album. That Ray of Light is a terrible album. Ray of Light is a horrible album.
All right, Ray of Light's a good song.
Maybe.
I'll say that.
But she went gay club dance poppy on that. Like all the songs are supposed to be played in clubs, which I understand why you would do that.
Yeah,
but they weren't. It wasn't artistic as.
I think she was coming off the high of Vogue, maybe.
Yeah, Vogue was in Erotica, I think. Yeah. Which is a big hit. But the thing is, she went to this weird sex place and she never came back. And you remember that sex movie she put out in the 90s? That was like with Dennis Rodman and stuff like that. Like, what were we doing? And
a book.
Yeah, she went to a dark, weird place. And then she got a bunch of plastic surgery, which is a problem for our society as a whole.
Right. Yeah.
But it's just like when she was awesome, she was super awesome.
I will say she's still very athletic.
I want to give a shout out to Michigan because that's where she's from. All right, next one. Next, what's your?
My number 4 is.
Wait, you only number 4?
That's what you just did. You did number 4, Madonna.
Oh, we gotta speed this up. Go ahead.
Carly, you're talking too much.
I am.
Carly Rae Jepsen is my number 4.
That's the worst thing you've ever said.
I think she's I think she's the queen of pop. She's objectively one of the 5 best pop stars, but she's underrated.
How old is she?
I don't know how old she is. Carly Rae Jepsen.
Did she just come out?
Dude, she was born in 1985.
How can you be one of the top? Who is this person?
Carly Rae Jepsen.
What's the song she has? What's the?
Oh my God. You don't know her songs?
No.
She's got one album called Emotions, just solid banger after banger.
Okay, is she has one album or she has one?
No. She's got a bunch of albums. Let's see. Her top song is Call Me Maybe.
Oh God, Mike, no.
You know that song.
Yeah, I do. She doesn't deserve to be in the same conversation as Britney Spears and Madonna.
No. And she slays Britney Spears.
No, that's not true, dude. That's not right.
You gotta listen to the album Emotion.
I'm not listening to that
from beginning to end. And you will be like, wow, I've been missing out. I've been missing out.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not doing that.
She's underrated.
You only have a certain amount of time on this planet, and I'm not wasting it listening to that.
You gotta listen to Emotion.
No, I don't.
By Carly Rae Jepsen.
All right, number 3. My number 3.
It is a great album from beginning to end.
Listen, Mike, this person that I'm going to say next needs to be on your list. If not, your list is invalid. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you hear what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying. Let's see if they're on my list.
Michael Jackson.
He's on my list.
Thank God. So let's both talk about him and get that one.
All right, you got him in number 3. That's an interesting place for Michael Jackson.
Because he probably had sex with children.
Okay.
So you don't get number 1.
All right. So yeah. Okay. Points off for that.
Yeah. A few points.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Never proven, I will say. Never proven. Lots of smoke in that fire, but never proven.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's a smoke. Enough to choke you. Okay. So Michael Jackson is the quintessential pop artist. Like when he was alive, you talked about him at least once or twice a week. And I want to talk about 2. I want to talk about 2 albums.
Thriller was where he entered my headspace.
Thriller is without you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Like, I knew who he was with Thriller. Like, I heard his songs before that, but I knew who he was with Thriller.
Thriller, without a doubt, is probably one of, if not the best pop album ever made. It's absolutely amazing. But if you go to my family's house for Thanksgiving, there will be a debate whether Thriller or Off the Wall is better.
I think Off the Wall is better.
We have a fight every year. That's fine. That's your opinion.
Which side are you on?
I'm on the Thriller side. Okay, because it has because it has Billie Jean on it and Pretty Young Thing. With Billie Jean,
BYT's a good song.
Billie Jean might be the best pop song ever written by anyone ever. Plus, the video is absolutely amazing. Like, oh my god, it's so good. But he also did Bad, which I thought was pretty good, and then like Dangerous. I mean, if you look at all his albums,
Slash did the guitars on Bad.
Yeah, if you look at all his albums, even Invincible, they all kind of hold up, and like. It's just kind of insane how talented he was, and like and just from a dancing standpoint, have you ever watched him dance like live? Like if you go to YouTube and look up one of his like live sessions, he could dance, dude. That kid could move. Even when he was getting older, he could.
Is he famous for? Yeah,
he was killing it, and it's tragic how he died. But he was fantastic. You go ahead. Why do you love Michael Jackson so much?
He's got Off the Wall. Yeah. Off the Wall, like that's the album. That's the album.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. Rock With You.
Yeah, so good.
Off the Wall.
Rock With You is really good. Rock With You is a really good
Rock
song.
With You's I think that's his best. That's his best.
It's up there. It's up there. And like when you hear these songs, you can't help but be like, God, this is good. God, it's good. Do you have the Off the Wall album, the actual album?
I don't think I have any Michael Jackson albums, to be honest.
If you open the album, it folds out and it's his entire body. So like from his head to his toes, it's just like a whole pull-out poster. And I don't know why it's so cool, but it's really cool when you have the whole album. It's really nice.
You should put that up on your wall.
No, my wife wouldn't want me to do that. But still, yeah, Michael Jackson, fantastic.
At number 3, coming in at number 3, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, because of some of the stuff. And I remember when he died. I will never forget when he died. I was on a train, on Metro, heading to work. And I was on Twitter pretty heavy at the time. And I remember, I forget what happened, but a guy next to me on the train said something, they whispered something. I ended up checking my phone. And then a friend of mine that I barely talked to texted me. And she's like, is Michael Jackson dead? And I had to look it up. And I was like, oh, my God. You know, I was just like, it was, wow. Oof. But like, I don't know.
Remember the time.
That's so good. So good. The video for that, so good. The video for that is amazing. So good. He's so weird looking, though. Like all the plastic surgery he had.
I mean, yeah, he definitely looked better before he got plastic surgery.
But still, rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Although I will say, for his plastic surgery journey, I think Bad is the high point.
Yeah.
Like it was okay. Okay, you're getting some work done, but it's not that bad. Okay.
And like there's a lot going on.
But then he fell off after that.
But there's a lot going on with that, and like him being a black person in America, him thinking that he needs to look a certain way because of power dynamics of our society. You could do a whole study on that and talk about it.
I mean, how good is Wanna Be Starting Something?
So good.
That's like that is party. That song is party.
You know what?
There.
Keep this in mind. We'll do a top 5 Michael Jackson songs at some point.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, what's your next?
Coming in at number 3, Madonna. For me.
You have Madonna at number 3 too. Okay.
I have Madonna at number 3. Well, she's one step higher than you had her. You had her at 4.
All right. Huh.
She's my 3. I think we've talked about Madonna enough.
I guess so.
Who's your number 2?
Prince.
Okay.
Yeah, Prince.
I'm very curious about who you have for number 1, but let's talk about Prince.
Yeah, let's talk about Prince. So, I was introduced to Prince doing his Purple Rain movie, which was I probably watched when I was too young.
You know, I think the same person introduced me to Michael Jackson and Prince.
Oh, at the same time?
No, different times, but just the same person, I think.
Huh. Yeah.
And it was the Thriller album and then the Purple Rain album.
Oh, yeah. So Purple Rain album is probably the best conceptual album from start to finish I've ever listened to. Like from the beginning to end, if you listen to the whole thing, you're like, this album's amazing. I mean,
I don't know that I've done that.
You should. So
I should do that.
Listen, from beginning to end, nonstop, listen to the whole thing, and then because like when Purple Rain, because like you go,
it's a concept album.
Yeah, you go through this crazy journey of emotions and thoughts, and then when you get to the actual Purple Rain, it ends on this super high note. Like this is a song by itself. That song feels like you are like coming into puberty, or you're leaving puberty, or you just lost your virginity. Like it's something about that song where like at the end you're like,
moments.
I was there for what I was here at one moment. I was now someone else. It's just absolutely amazing.
Gotcha.
And not just that, but Prince like wrote so many songs for other people.
Oh yeah.
He did so much for the music industry. His fight against the trademark industry,
the Bengals,
and his name, he did so much to fight off that. Because people might not remember, but he went as the artist formerly known as Prince for a very long time because his record company owned his name, and he was like, "No, I don't think so." But yeah, he's just a tremendous artist. And like him and Michael Jackson died the same way of being. They had these personal doctors that were giving them painkillers, and it kind of went south, which is
with Michael Jackson, it was like helping him sleep.
Yeah, because his nose was something for Michael Jackson. Something I don't know. We should get more details about these things. Anyway, Prince definitely number 2. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is Michael Jackson.
Okay, wait, have you gotten through all 4 of your guys? 4 of your people?
I've got one more at number 1.
Yeah,
Michael Jackson's my number 2. Yeah. Madonna was my number 3.
Yeah,
you're hitting some of the people right before I do, so I don't have as much to say about them.
But your list is really good.
It is really good. It's the 5 best pop stars.
Except for that Carly Rae.
Listen, dude, you've got to listen to that Emotion album, and you'll be like, okay, I see why he put this on the list.
I've never listened to that album.
You should.
Well, it's like that thing when someone sends you a link and they say, click on this link. It's funny. I'm not clicking on that. I'm not looking at someone's YouTube page.
I'm going to send you a link. I'm going to be like, listen to this album from beginning to end.
I'm not going to open it.
It's filled with absolute bangers.
I'm not going to open it.
Do you want to listen to bangers? Listen to this
I'm not listening to that. I'm not. If anything, I'm going to listen to some print. I might. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to download all my 5, make a playlist out of it, and then because album music's so cool. You just get to download everything and it's done. It's really neat.
Yeah.
And I only pay how much?
You can share your playlist.
I only pay $1 a month for it.
Give me a link to your playlist.
No,
I can put it in the show notes.
I might. Mike, you don't understand how lazy I am, man. Who's your number? You go first. Who's your number 1?
My number 1 is Prince.
Oh, well, wow. Your list is actually really, really good.
Yeah. This is why I'm so curious who you have at number 1. Nobody's better than Prince. What?
Okay. My number 1 is Michael McDonald.
Who?
Michael McDonald, brother.
Name a song. I don't even know. What? I don't even know any of this person's songs.
Name a song? I'll name. He was originally part of Steely Dan and the Doobie Brothers. What Fool Believes, Minute by Minute, Taking It to the Streets. He did a single with Patti LaBelle, On My Own. This guy's amazing. Michael McDonald's probably my favorite pop artist of all time. He's fantastic.
This is insane.
What? What's wrong? What's wrong? What?
I don't even know who this person is.
Michael McDonald, dude. Michael McDonald.
I think, didn't he do a song for a movie that was kind of popular?
Well, probably.
Michael McDonald. Is it McDonald, like the restaurant?
Yes.
Michael McDonald.
Like I keep forgetting. Not in love anymore.
Okay, yeah, I know that song.
Things will never be the same again.
But that's out of the top 4 songs that he's got on Apple Music. That's the only one I recognize by name.
Well, I don't know any of this Carly Repson person.
Yeah, but
and Michael McDonald has that.
Our listeners do. Our listeners know who Carly Rae Jepsen is. They don't know who Michael McDonald is.
Listeners, if you know who Carly Repson is, send us
Carly Rae Jepsen.
Michael McDonald has done more for our culture than that person has ever done. Like, it's kind of wrong that you don't know who Michael McDonald is, Mike. Like,
I see that he did a song with Thundercat.
He was in the Doobie Brothers.
I wouldn't put the Doobie Brothers in my top 5 pop stars.
Well, Michael McDonald's my number 1. I don't care. He's fantastic. I think your taste in music is problematic.
No, like we shared, 4 of the 5?
When do you listen to music? Do you listen to music?
Or 3 of the 5?
Is your house filled with music? Do you listen to music quite a bit?
It's not filled with music. If it were up to me solely, it would. But I play music quite a bit. I love like nothing more than just like a Saturday night, just like listening to music, having a drink.
Mm-hmm. Because we're old men, Mike. All we want to do is get in a room, turn on music, look at the internet, and drink whiskey until we fall asleep.
Right. So, I mean, can you describe a better evening?
I can't think of a better way to spend, and then maybe watch a movie that I've seen 30 times.
Right. Yeah.
I can't think of a better way to spend my evening, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but Michael McDonald is not better than Prince. Sorry.
I didn't say he's better. I think my list is more my favorite.
Yours is your favorites. Okay.
Yeah. But these 5 favorite people, I will listen to my favorite. I will listen to all 5 of these all day long.
I will say I should probably add those, like Whitney Houston's top 4 songs should probably get added to my library.
Yeah.
Because I was surprised. I looked her up because it was between her and Beyonce.
Yeah.
Because this is the 5 best pop stars, you know. So I was like, but I realized in looking at the top songs for Whitney Houston and Beyonce, I realized that Whitney Houston deserves it and that Beyonce is garbage.
Okay, first, Beyonce is not garbage. Second, it's interesting.
Try to listen to her 4 most popular songs.
I like Beyonce, but it's interesting. I didn't even think about her for this list, or Taylor Swift. Didn't even.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
Or
I don't think of Taylor Swift as a pop star, to be honest.
Who she is like? But she's a queer.
She started out country. She has 1 pop album, and then all of her recent stuff is like singer songwriter.
Yeah, but here's the deal. Like,
you can't be the top. You can't be the 5 best pop stars with 1 pop album.
Well, Taylor Swift and Beyonce probably deserve to be on our list. We just didn't put them there because we're weird. You know?
Nah, Whitney Houston slams Beyonce off the list. Sorry,
I don't know, but in fact, I kind of wish I would change my list to put Beyonce on that somehow. But
nah, she doesn't belong.
I can't put Beyonce or Taylor Swift on this list because the other people on the list.
That's right. Someone's got to get knocked off.
All right, let's wrap it up with one last question. Is the age of pop stars over? I think it is. I think it's done.
I believe so. Yeah.
I don't think that you're able to be. I think I think Taylor Swift was probably the last pop star we'll see of the scale of Britney Spears, Michael Jackson, Madonna. Like, we're not going to see that ever again. There's too many of them.
Michael Jackson was known worldwide.
Dude,
like, do people in Africa know who Taylor Swift is?
They made statues of Michael Jackson floating down rivers doing one of his tours. They had to evacuate people for medical help on his tour because they were fainting from hyperventilating. Okay, like Michael Jackson changed the face of the planet physically with himself. I'm not sure how that worked, but he did. And like, if he was still
as far as like popularity of pop stars, he's at the top of the list. But Prince is just a better pop star than Michael Jackson is.
Prince is a better musician, hands down.
Right.
But no one weaponized his popularity more than Michael Jackson.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Like, he knew exactly how to do it. But
remember when he held Blanky over the railing?
Oh, God, yeah. It's the worst. Yeah. But the thing is, like him or hate him, Michael Jackson was an omnipresent character. And think about it this way, Mike. We just did a podcast on the top 5 most popular or favorite or best pop stars. And Taylor Swift and Beyonce didn't even bend into it because of the weight of these other 5 people.
That's right. You know That's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, Michael McDonald by himself. You know?
When you put Prince at number 2, I was like, Who the heck does he have at number 1?
My 5 will never be in real order. Maybe they will.
Mine are definitely in order. Yeah, Prince is definitely a better pop star than Michael Jackson.
Okay. Let's wrap it up. Mike, how can our listeners find out more about our podcast? Is because they have 2 kind of, and also just about this podcast and listen to more.
That's a new podcast. Rate us and review us everywhere. That'll really help. It'll boost us up in the ratings. We are called 5. You can search for us on the internet at 5 the podcast, and you'll find us wherever we may be.
All right. And see you next time for our next episode of Just 5. Not the 5.
Yeah, 5. And this was the 5 best pop stars.
Yeah. And you know what? If I get my ducks in a row, I will definitely make my playlist and shoot it out so people can hit the link.
That would be awesome.
All right. See you guys next time.